Fundraising Cafe. This is where we discuss a lot of things about crowdfunding, generally both in Nigeria and also elsewhere. I have a lot of people around me here that are crowdfunding experts. I have Kade at my right. I have Ada also beside him. I have Gold to my left.
Hi.
And I have Ronke just there. So what we'll be discussing today, we want to make it as interactive as possible. We want you to send in a lot of comments. I will respond to you immediately you're doing that. Crowdfunding, basically, as we said, we are a team from the leading crowdfunding companies in Nigeria. We work with a company that is called Quick Race. Quick Race is a platform where a lot of people that has issues or want support for their project or for things related to medical or anything that is charity come to the platform, and we create a marketplace whereby people that are philanthropists or people that want to support their cause, they come in there and make a lot of money. So today we're going to be telling you what crowdfunding is all about, how you can set up a campaign, how it is useful for you personally, how it is useful for the economy, and how it can even contribute to the GDP of the economy, both in Nigeria and globally. So crowdfunding, generally, just to tell people that doesn't know about it, is a practice where you get small numbers of money from a large number of people. So what I'm saying is that if you want to raise 1 million, let's say for instance, for a medical issue, if someone has a cancer issue, so you want to raise 1 million, then what you need to do basically on crowdfunding is that number one, it has to be on the web. And that's why it's different from the traditional fundraising. So now, what you are now going to do is that you're going to appeal to people through a platform that is crowdfunding to give you probably like 1,000, 500, 5,000 from large number of people. Then you gather the money. But before you can do that, definitely it has to be something that is genuine. It has to be something that is appealing, so which means that we have to talk about videos, we have to talk about pictures, we have to talk about write-up that will also convince people. So in Nigeria, for instance, we have so many things that are prevalent in Nigeria. We look about the IDP camp, we talk about education, we talk about medical issues, we talk about emergencies, we talk about charity, so many things in Nigeria. And the government is very, very clear that it's not going to be possible for them to take care of all of this. So the crowdfunding platform is very apt, especially in this country, because a lot of people are even looking, they have ideas. Because aside from the issue that you can donate, you have the one for equity, you have the one for reward-based crowdfunding, which a lot of my guys here will discuss with you. But in Nigeria, if for instance you have an emergency, for instance the last time we had the issue of a tanker in Lagos that won a lot of cars, and a lot of people are exposed to a lot of dangers, a lot of issues medically. Some people have people they depend on is dead and all of that. We raise campaign for such a thing and people donate into those campaigns. I don't want to talk too much there. I think God will take it. Can you tell us something about the difference between reward crowdfunding, equity-based, and the donation-based crowdfunding?
Hi guys. So basically the difference between the reward-based crowdfunding and the donation-based crowdfunding or the equity-based crowdfunding is just there are similarities amongst them, but there are just little differences. So for the reward-based crowdfunding, it's kind of like a loyalty system where a fundraiser or a campaign owner, like we like to call them over here at Quick Raise, once they've created a campaign and they are trying to raise that funds, their donors or the contributors to that campaign are rewarded a certain item for assisting. So that way kind of creates a sense of loyalty and also a sense of appreciation from the fundraiser to the donors. Then for the donation-based crowdfunding, it's simply a give and take situation going on there, where people that are benevolent and just kind-hearted, or they give willingly, just see a campaign or are moved to donate to a campaign that is ongoing, or a fundraising campaign. Then for the equity base, that is usually in the case of startups and small businesses, where investors, that's where some investors come in, and people that would like to be maybe a shareholder or have a sense of commitment to raising funds for, or assisting in raising funds for that fundraiser. So that way, once the startup eventually is commissioned or has started, like maybe a small venture, a computer center, something like that. So once that is already in progress, or this company or the venture has been commissioned, then the investor, so to speak, the donor is kind of like an investor. So what he gets in return is a small share or equity in that company. So basically, those are the three differences, just different scenario. One is a give-take situation. I'm a willing donor. I saw your campaign. I just want to donate. The other one is I'm showing appreciation as a fundraiser for you donating to my campaign. That's the reward base. Then the equity is for my donation to your campaign. I give you a certain amount of share or equity in my startup or my company. So basically, those are the differences.
Okay. Well, maybe what we should do again now, let's talk about a quick race a little bit before we go on with probably the advantages and disadvantages of crowdfunding. So I want Kade to talk about if somebody wants to set up a campaign on our platform, what are the things you go through for your campaign to be live, and how do you get money?
Okay, first of all, you have to register on our platform as a user. So you enter all your details, then you ask for a valid means of ID at the point of creating your campaign. So the valid means of ID are the driver's license, the voter's card, the international passport. What else do we have? National ID, yeah, that always skips my mind. Okay. So once you've done that, you are ready to create your campaign. So to create your campaign, you have to upload a picture. It's not optional though, or a video. So you can upload 2 pictures maximum and 1 video. Then we have a description portion where you explain what your campaign is about, and you solicit for funds. So you let people see why they should donate to your campaign. For example, if it's to start up a business, you state it there that you need capital to start your business. If it's for the medical course, you also state it there that you need money. It's an emergency, and so people now come and donate. Now, once you start your campaign, once you raise your campaign, it doesn't stop there. You have to share with your friends and family, because they are the most likely people to donate to your campaign. So I'll call this your first line of contact, or your first line network. So now, it doesn't stop there again. Your first line network should also be encouraged to share with their first line network, which is their own friends and family. So those will be your own second line network. So once you do this, you are increasing your reach, which is the primary aim of crowdfunding, to reach as many people as possible to come and donate to your campaign. So in the example where Mr. Remy was talking about, where Remy was talking about, sorry, please do. So when Remy was talking about someone wants to raise 1 million naira. So if you can get 1,000 people to donate 1,000 naira each, you've raised your 1 million. If someone donates 500,000, that's fine, but that's not normal in crowdfunding. But definitely it should be accepted as well. So I think that's just a little bit about raising your campaign on crowdfunding.
Okay, so let's look at it, guys. Let's look at advantages. Because a lot of people don't know what this crowdfunding is all about, and we need to tell them how important and the advantages of this. What do you think that we can call the advantages over the fundraising stuff? You understand the traditional fundraising. For me, I think I can chip in terms of the most important to me is there is no barrier, there is no limit. If you set up a campaign, it's very easy to set up in less than 15 minutes. You set up a campaign, somebody in the diaspora, let's say for instance in Europe, in America, in Asia, can see your campaign immediately. When it's really something that is convincing, they can donate to that campaign. So there is no barrier. You understand? But can we talk about other advantages that we have so that our viewers will be able to benefit from it?
Well, I don't know.
Another benefit or advantage of crowdfunding, I would say it brings about credibility and professionalism. The traditional way, yes, people still raise funds through that means, but when you do crowdfunding, which is basically online, you find out that you're taking a step ahead. You're a step ahead of those doing the traditional fundraising. You won't just be reaching a wider network, you'll also be bringing credibility, because people will see that this person is truthful to whatever cause he's raising the money for, and that is it. Also, integrity shows that one has integrity. For you to be able to bear your need or your cause to the world, it shows, yes, you have integrity.
I think I'll also add that it saves you the stress of having to like print envelopes and going to people to solicit for funds and all of that. Like you could just actually just go online, create your campaign, and then people viewing your campaign just donate to your cause. So it actually saves you a lot of stress, and basically that's what's one of the advantages.
Okay, I'll talk about it. I know again that the economy is because crowdfunding is operating in an economy. You understand? So crowdfunding contributes highly to the GDP of any company. I mean, any economy where they operate. In America, I can't have the figures now, but I know it's in the billions in dollars. So it's something that is not really very relevant here in Nigeria, in Africa. And we know that we have a lot of population around here. Most of the reasons and the issues why people raise crowdfunding is also here. But the problem now is that people don't understand what it's all about and have not taken up the advantage. And some of the government issues too are there. Because presently in Nigeria, we don't have the regulation to actually do equity contribution because there's no regulation. So what we are doing basically in Nigeria is donate-based crowdfunding. You understand? Which I think that when we talk about the equity, in Nigeria, for instance, today now, a lot of people have ideas that unemployment is on the increase. So if we have like the equity issue, I'm sure that will have even snowballed into a very big market in Nigeria, because what it means is that you bring a big idea on the table, and a lot of people has idle funds, and they believe that this can work and this. But if government is involved, it encourages the investors. Even you can get a lot of investors even outside Nigeria, that want to be part of it. But the space has to be opened up by government so that a lot of people can come in and be able to do this business the way it's supposed to be. Is there anything we need to add to this?
Okay, it also gives you transparency. Like that is on our Quick Raise website. When you raise funds, when someone comes onto your campaign, they can see everybody that has donated and the amount they donated. So it gives you transparency. Though when you donate, you can also choose to be anonymous, but to show they're anonymous and the amounts that you donated. And as Ada was saying, also that gives you credibility. So we go a step further to verify our campaigns. For example, if you are an NGO, you need to have the SCOMO certificate. That is a special control unit for anti-money laundering. It's a department in the EFCC, and it goes through rigorous processes to see that the account of that company has not been used for money laundering purposes. So you have to present that certificate. Also, if you are a corporate organization, you have to present your CAC document and your board resolution. So these are some steps. And if we suspect that the campaign is fraudulent in any manner, we'll do further investigation. And if we find out that it is actually, then we bring down such campaigns. So it gives you credibility, it gives you transparency.
Okay.
And yes.
Okay, let's look at something again, because one of those things that I've seen is that a lot of people, when they talk about crowdfunding, you can use it for, but when you don't personalize it to what people need, they don't really know that it's something that you can, because people ask questions that, can I do it for this? Can I do it for that? So can we talk about some of those things that you can actually, for us to break it down, so that we won't just put it like charity, another charity that are a lot of things. So you know that number one, we talk about charity. You can actually use crowdfunding even for social things like weddings, like birthdays. We did the one for the end of the year party here just in December, and it was a huge. We raised about 1 million. So there's a lot of organizations, that they want to do their end of year party. Some of them wants to do send for someone. They don't want the guy to know that they are contributing something. So you can actually set up a campaign, make it private. Then you have a code that people go in there, and you can do a lot of stuff. You can
like team crowdfunding, where it becomes fun. It's like a competition. See who can raise the most money.
Yeah.
So each person will be allocated something.
Yes, you have to see.
Yeah. So you see, Remy has raised 1 million. Gold has raised 2 million. Kanye has raised 500,000. So you can also call that team crowdfunding. That can also be done.
Yeah, okay, we can talk about again alumni. A lot of alumni, your primary school, your secondary school, your universities, and all of that. And even now, I heard about alumni of organizations. So maybe some of us that work at maybe, let's say, the Citibank, or maybe you work at one other company. So you now say all of us have left. Do you understand what I'm saying? But because a lot of people cherish that if you have worked in that place, you understand that you have. So they now say you're alumni of this organization. So now they want to do some things, or probably somebody wants to do something amongst them that they want to raise funds for that. Alumni, for instance, you have for secondary school. A lot of people do that. Some are even very big, massive, that they even raise almost 1 billion, all of that. But all of them definitely they are not in the same place, because millennials left. Some may be in America, some in India, everywhere. So this crowdfunding is something that can bring people together for you to be able to donate in one purse. Meanwhile, everybody we're in different places. You understand? And as you are donating, you are saying the amount you are donating, and everything is very transparent. I thought about something again. You have resident association. You understand what I'm saying now? People donate money. Some of them even live in that estate, but they travel for work, come back weekend, and people don't even see themselves. Meanwhile, they are living in the same estate. This is another avenue. You can make it private. Everybody don't have to see it in the whole world, but they can see that you are raising money, but nobody can have access to your campaign. And can we think about something so that we can put it down to real time thing, so that people, when they think about truly, I want to raise money for this.
So basically, crowdfunding can be used to raise money for almost anything you can think of, as long as it's not illegal. So you want to buy a car, for example, you can use crowdfunding to raise the money, as long as you get people to contribute to that cause. You have a medical emergency, you can use crowdfunding. You want to start your
raise
business,
money for house rent as well.
even for house rents. So you can raise money for anything.
Even the churches, religious societies and groups, they are not limited. Everybody is welcome. They can raise money for whatever project they want to run. They can also, building projects. Also, they can raise money to maybe end of year. They want to celebrate a particular people, give out awards. They can still raise money for that on the platform.
Okay. So what again? What are the things that we can raise money for? Okay, a lot of people want to raise money, but the truth about it is that they don't know that this can be done with that.
So as an upcoming artist, you can raise money for your concerts or your gig or whatever events you are trying to get your fans or get fans or create awareness around. Sports fans can also raise funds for their favorite clubs or a particular player in their favorite clubs. Even with the recent upcoming Big Brother Naija, fans can decide to come together and raise funds on quick raise for their favorite housemates. So you can raise funds for virtually anything as far as it's legitimate and there's credibility to it. And like they've all said, the platform is very transparent. So, and we also on our own part try to curb any fraudulent activity on our website with our verification process. So as long as these things are in place, you can actually raise funds for almost anything, medical, health, surgery bills, hospitals and the like.
Okay, talking about the medical issues, because people think that, okay, if I have a problem, then I can raise money. But what about even addressing the issue of medical institutions like hospitals? A lot of people, I can tell you in Nigeria, a lot of people go to the hospital, and when they just give you that bill, it's like life, that is just the end of it. You understand? The person will start counting that I'm going to die in the next few days and all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So even medical institutions like hospitals also can also set up, a particular unit or somebody to handle that unit to ensure that when people cannot pay for this, they will be able to, like an advisory unit, okay, you can try crowdfunding, you understand? So that you will not just send people away, and at the end of the day, definitely that this issue is going to cause death at the end of the day. So very quickly before we round up on this, we need people to know our website, so that you can, come in there. We have our chats, online chats that you can chat with us anytime. Ask for even questions concerning crowdfunding. The next edition is going to be very hot because we are bringing in something very solid. But again, our website is www.quickrisk.com, which means that QUICK. I think it's over there.
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure you see that on the screen. So that's our website. You can connect with us at every point in time. You have someone to talk to you. We have our phone numbers, which when you get to the website, you see it on the landing page. You can give us a call. You can chat with us on WhatsApp, and we assure you that definitely we are on the social media, which you are watching now. We are on Instagram, Facebook, we are on Twitter. We're very regular on Twitter. You can also start a discussion on that, and we'll be very pleased to discuss with you at any point in time. Is there anything I have to tell our viewers again? Nothing?
Let's keep it to the next episode.
Okay, we'll keep it to next time. So we'll see you guys next edition will be next week, and we'll also inform you. So bye.
Bye.